Finding suitable goldfish tank mates is harder than it seems. While hardy, these fish have specific compatibility needs that you can't ignore if you want them to thrive. This video breaks down what to look for in a goldfish tank mate, and lists our favorite species for you to consider. The only caveat here is shoaling behavior. Rosy barbs are social creatures that stay in a same species group of at least 5. Without that support system to fall back on, rosy barbs can turn to aggression and territorial behavior. A larger group of rosy barbs can do a lot to keep all community members in check. They'll pay attention to each other and leave the goldfish alone. Platies are another group-oriented species that do well as goldfish tank mates. Platty fish belong to the Ziphiferous genus, which includes tons of color morphs and unique varieties. You can find the humble platty fish in many cool colors and patterns, allowing you to get a distinct look that complements your goldfish. These freshwater fish are livebearers. For this reason, some aquarists incorrectly believe that they're incompatible with goldfish. The truth is that goldfish don't pay any mind to adults. These unique little creatures have a distinct look. Many mistake them for miniature stingrays thanks to the expansive fins. While technically belonging to the loach family, Hillstream loaches act like plecos. They spend their days clinging to glass and smooth surfaces to eat algae. Peaceful by nature, they like to stay out of sight and out of mind. Hillstream loaches are fully capable of evading goldfish if they get a little daring. They usually won't retaliate, either. The Hillstream loach adapts well to the cooler temperatures of goldfish environments. They can even make good pond fish if the conditions are right. The Hopo catfish is native to South America. However, it can fare well in cooler temperatures thanks to its overall hardiness. These are resilient fish that can live in a wide range of environments. Somewhat reclusive, Hopo catfish aren't huge fans of the hustle and bustle of busy aquariums. That's not to say they won't thrive in community tanks. But more often than not, you can find them hiding out underneath logs or within the foliage. The good news is that Hopo catfish do feed during the day. So, you will see them scavenging for meals every once in a while. Generally, Cory catfish don't make very good goldfish tank mates, but the banded Corydoras is an exception. These freshwater fish are big enough not to become goldfish food. They also happen to be a delight in larger communities. Highly sociable, banded Corydoras need to stay in groups of at least 5. With some other fish to fall back on, these critters are fun and playful. Corydoras, snails aren't the go-to for most aquarists when they're searching for the best goldfish tank mates. However, the mystery snail is an outlier in the larger snail family. It's considerably bigger than other freshwater snails. The enormous shell offers ample protection against hungry and curious goldfish. The best part of mystery snails is that they can improve the overall condition of the tank. They're omnivores that eat everything from leftover food to plant detritus and algae. These snails will keep things clean, which is a huge plus. Giant Danos are minnow fish that add a lot of sparkle to a tank. They have a similar look to their smaller cousins, zebra Danos. However, a larger size results in more defined markings and some distinct colorations. Overall, giant Danos are a worthy addition to community tanks only if you have goldfish with similar behaviors. This species likes to school and swim around the tank quickly. They aren't going to serve you well if you have fancy goldfish or varieties that can't swim well. However, they will coexist with comet goldfish and fast-swimming types. White cloud mountain minnows are quite beautiful. They have silver-green scales, pinkish fins, and an iconic iridescent stripe that runs from the tail to the head. At first glance, white cloud mountain minnows don't seem to be a good companion for goldfish. But, they have all the hallmarks that prove otherwise. These fish are native to cooler mountain streams. Right off the bat, they're well primed for the goldfish tank environment. Not only that, but white cloud mountain minnows are fast and powerful swimmers. They can easily get out of the way of hungry goldfish while complementing the energy levels of fast-swimming varieties. Zebra Danos are slim fish with torpedo-shaped bodies and iconic coloration. They're appropriately named for the lateral stripes that adorn the body from head to tailfin. This species can tolerate the cooler conditions that goldfish need to thrive. Not only that, but they're pretty peaceful, too. Zebra Danios are fast swimmers that can easily evade any goldfish that tests their luck. However, most goldfish aren't even going to attempt to eat them. Most zebra Danios stick together in groups, which isn't enticing for goldfish. Plus, they like to stay near filters and bubble walls. Sometimes called the weather loach, these fish are a great option when it comes to goldfish tankmates. They have slim, sausage-like bodies and tiny fins. Some barbels around the mouth facilitate their hunt for food while the small pectoral fins help with navigation. Dojo loaches are natural bottom dwellers. They like to group up and lounge around as they watch other fish be more active above them. These fish aren't aggressive at all. Even when on the other end of aggressive behaviors, dojo loaches would much rather hide away and eat than get into a fight.